today I kind of felt like just letting the paint fly. Some days you want to try, something new. Some days you just want to let it flow. So today I'm going to do this cool thing that I love doing. It's 3 pieces. You start with the vase, the paint flows down onto the canvas. Whoops. Oh, I'll start that in a minute. Paint flows down into the canvas, and then with the leftover paint that's everywhere, I can make a set of coasters with it. Got my coasters and everything all ready. I just got this new paint from Deserres, and it's really nice. It's got really rich, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing this today, because I want to see a lot of this red paint. So I have quite a bit mixed, but I'm going to mix a little bit more. So I want to make sure I don't run out. So I thought I'll let you guys see how I mix the paint. I'm not real fussy with my proportions. I do roughly 50-50. Oh, that paint is so nice. Roughly 50-50 paint and school glue. I've tried the clear glue. People say it's better. I don't know. I haven't found really any difference. Whoops. Sticky. And the white glue is a little bit cheaper. I get it on Amazon. It's cheaper than anywhere else I've been able to find. So I just do about 50-50, just to eyeball it. Glue to paint. I give it a good mix. Oh, look at that color coming up. Look at that. I love this red. It's hard to get a nice red for some reason. I've gotten so many that kind of look pinky or dull. But this paint is really nice. It's Deserres. It's a Canadian company. My girlfriend kept telling me about it and I couldn't find them, and an ad popped up that you can buy things online. But look at that. Whoa. Nice. So that's pretty thick. So I'm going to add some water. A little bit at a time, just to get a good consistency. For what I'm doing, I don't want it too thin. So let's see how this looks. Give it a good mix. Oh, still a bit too thick. This is a nice paint. For that jug, I think it's a half gallon, is $24. Which isn't real cheap, but when you look at what you have to pay for those little 2-ounce bottles, like $3, this isn't bad. A little bit more. I'll show you with my canvases. What I do to prep them is I just put some green tape along the edges on the bottom, because as you know, it gets real messy real fast. So that just helps to clean them up a little bit. And then of course I put my little push pins at the corners to keep it off the table. And this on the surface to pour on, I just buy dollar store garbage bags, cut them in half, like slit the sides open and cut them across the bottom. I find it's the cheapest way. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks good. Look at that red. Love it. Okay, I had some mixed already, so I'm just going to add to my bottle some of that paint to fill it up. I want to make sure I don't run out halfway. There we go. Whoops. Slurped it. Slurp. You can't be afraid of getting paint on you when you're doing this stuff. I tell people when I do the workshops is don't wear anything that you don't want to get paint all over, because you will. That includes shoes. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to mix that up because it should be fine, but there's kind of 2 different batches on it, so I just want to mix them up. Now comes the fun. So I'm using this red from Deserres and black, which is just Craftsmart. Again, mixed the same way. I have some silver that I want to put in there. Here it is over here. And I mixed this a long time ago, and I don't know what kind it was. And I'm hoping it looks nice. I don't remember what I used it on, or if I like the results, so that's going to be a bit of a wild card. So we're going to see what happens, but I want to see a lot of red. I want to see how this red dries. So let's get going. Here we go. And then when this is all dried, I will resin the, oh, look at that. I will resin the vase. I'm going to get a good coat of red on that. Okay, let's do a little bit of black. Some more red. What's happening on the canvas? It'd be fun to see what happens with this. So I'm just kind of doing it. No particular rules. Just kind of trying to get it all covered. Sometimes you gotta help it a little bit when there's a bit of a ridge. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A little bit more there. Some people do kind of a, what do you call it, a ring pour type pouring method, and you can do that. A little bit more there. I want to make sure we get it all covered. Oops, touched. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what this silver is going to do. No idea. Oh, you see what's happening there? You get kind of, you know, different designs there. So a bit of silver. No idea how these paints are going to play together. We'll just have to see. This one is the silver is much thinner, but we'll see what happens. Oh, wow. I think it might work. I'll take you guys down in a minute and we'll see. You can see. Okay, so I'm just going to look at that for a second and see what it's doing. Make sure we've covered everything. Looks good. It's good over there. Ooh, this painting is going to be wild. When you do these, sometimes I miss a bit, and so you have some glass coming through, and it actually looks kind of nice. So it's not a big deal if you miss a spot. Okay, so now I'm just going to check and see around if it's reasonably balanced. Oh, I think I need a little bit more black here. Yeah, I like it. Maybe one little shot of black down here. Okay, now I'm going to carefully, I hope, pick that up. Yikes. Put it over here and let it drip away. And then I get to play with this. Wow. See, it's closing in. I think I want to put some, I'm going to put some silver in the middle here. Look at that. Now, I think I'm going to pour some red around the outside. Oh, I'm going to get some more of that silver. I was tempted to put some white in, but I think I'll not. I usually like to put some white just for contrast, but I think I'm going to skip it because this silver is pretty light. Whoops. I use these little cups when I have leftover paint, so this has been sitting probably for a month or two. I'll give it a bit of a stir. I'm just going to keep this on standby. See if it needs to be lightened up a bit, so let's just leave that there. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit more red around the outside. Wow, that's thick. Okay, let's see what happens. Wow. Whoa. Okay, I think I need some white runway because this paint is pretty thick. So I have some standby white, which I just use house paint. And I mix it again with the glue. So I'm just going to pour some around because the paint's, I don't want it all to stretch out too much. So if I do this, then it won't all fold in on itself. This will give it a bit of a runway. So let's just, oh, I love it when I get my hands in it. Just do that. And I might leave a bit of white around the outside. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. All right, here goes. Ooh. There we go. That's moving better. Look at that red. Wow. See how much better it's moving now. I gave it a bit of a runway. Look at that red. Wow. Oops, I think I dripped. There's a reverse idea. I just dripped some of the white paint on some of the paint from this onto the vase. I think I'm going to have to put some white back in this. Maybe even some. I'll get it off the edges, but then I think I might want, oh, there's some happening there. I think I'm going to want to see some more white in here though. That's kind of cool. That's nice. I don't want to lose that. And I'm going to do this. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to get some of the paint off my hands. And I have to go back and put some red on here where I dripped. That's funny. Here we go. Actually, I want to put a little bit more red on there now that I look at it. Okay. So, what do I want to do with this? I don't care for what just happened there. I think I dripped on there. Put some more red in there. Let's do this. Ooh, this is fun. where's my black? I'm going to do this. And I'm going to get the silver, put it in the cup so I can pinch it. I'm just going to play with this a bit. Oh, that's more interesting. See that? Lightning. Oh, I like that. I like that. Not crazy about that. I think I'm gonna throw some more red in there. That's beautiful. Oh, I lost one of my push pins. And let's just tilt that a bit. Whoa. There are some nice things going on here. That's better. Let's go back one more time, a little bit. And then I'm going to leave that alone. And let's see how it dries. Now the last little bit, I didn't really drip that much paint on my surface, so I'm going to make a new mess for my coasters. Can you see? Oh, hang on, let me tilt. More paint on my phone. There we go. Okay, so all I'm going to do here, I'm going to make a mess right on here. Lots of red and some black. Let's do it like that. Black and some more of that silver. Oh, it's just disappearing. I wonder if it's going to come up. I'll do a bit more red. Let's just go like that. On the edges. Okay, we'll do some dipping. Just dip it in. A little wiggle. Lift it up. Beautiful. Look at that. And then I'm just going to tap the edges just to make sure the edges are coated. See what I'm doing there? Yeah, I just kind of nudge it up against the paint on the edges. This side. This is wild. Oh, you know what I didn't have in this? Oh, I want to do it. I want some white. I want some white. Last minute change. And let's do some white. Because I want to tie them all in. You know, I don't have any white on my vase, so I can fix that. Here goes a little bit of white on my vase, just a tad. Just to tie everything in. I always end up putting some white in anyway. It just gives you the nice contrast. So I'm going to do this just to get some white in there. And I'm going to redip this guy. It's too dark. Let's put some more red. Let's do another dip here. That's better. That's better. There we go. Get some white in there, and the cells are going to keep coming up on that. that one down. This out of the way. I think I can use a bit more red paint here. A little bit more white. Okay, let's do another dip. Do a set of 4 coasters. More. Yeah, this is so fun. Wow. Look at that. Okay, let me just check the edges. Do you see what I'm doing at the edges? I just kind of nudge it. You don't want to let the paint go over to the top side because you kind of wreck whatever design you had. Just kind of scrape it up just to the edge so that you get it covered. You can always go back later and tap it. Okay, there's another coaster. And I think I have enough paint there. Stick another one in. Paint it there. Oh yeah, that paint is underneath. Oh, another beauty. Wow. Nudge my edges. That just needs a little tap. That looks good. Here we go. Beauty. And I think I need some fresh red. It's starting to get just a little bit muddy. That should do it. Last coaster. Oops, I just dumped some paint. Like that never happened. Okay, the last one. Wow. Ooh. Beauty. Now I'm going to give these oh, that one. Oh, that's nice. I better leave it. It's different than the others, but it's nice. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go wash my hands. And then I will come back and give you a close-up. Wow, look at that painting. That is wild. Okay, so let's just torch this a bit. Look at that. Look at that red. I don't want to torch it too much because there's a lot of cells there, and I'm not crazy about. You know, it's all right. It's okay, but I like it. I like that better. So I'm not sure why that went like that, but it's okay. And then these guys, look at these guys. Just another torch. Can you see those? Look at that. Look at that thing right there. Cool. And then there's the vase. I think I want more red on that. It looks nice, but I want some more red. Look at how that white just took over. I just put a little bit of white, but it went a little bit nuts, so I'm gonna break it up a bit with some more red, because that was the whole point of all this. I wanted to see this red. I probably don't need any more black. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to put a bit of silver, just a little bit. Okay, so this thing, I'm going to leave these things and let them do whatever they want to do. And when everything's all dried and set, we'll take some pictures. Quick mid-drying peek at this paint, my beautiful red paint. It's gorgeous. It dries, I don't know if you can see, but it dries, it's got a nice sheen to it. It's beautiful. I'm loving what's happening with this. So there's a peek at where we are I guess 2 days out. So I'm going to let it sit for about another 10 days, and then We'll varnish the painting and resin the coasters and the vase. I'm liking it. Okay, my beautiful red pieces are all done. There's the coasters. I ended up doing a couple of sets because I had so much paint. So they're all tickety-booed, ready to go. The vase. And there's the painting. When it was, after it was sitting for a little while, there was a few spots I didn't really like. So I didn't like the way this corner was happening there. So I got the balloon and did those balloon kisses to just, kind of fix it up a little. A few spots that I didn't like, so I just put that, do the balloon kiss, and then there we go. And I love the red. So I went and bought some of their blue and purple. It's nice too. And there we go.